I just spit out some pretty wild numbers for XRP. And honestly, I had to double check them myself. We're talking about predictions that could change everything in the next few days. Let's break it down. So here's where we are right now. XRP is sitting at $1.1474, and it's actually having a pretty decent day with a 2.77% bump. You know what I've noticed? The trading volume hit over 81 million XRP in the last 24 hours, which tells me people are definitely paying attention. We bounced between $1.1083 and $1.1646. And right now, we're testing some pretty important resistance levels near those Bollinger Bands. Now this is where it gets interesting from a technical standpoint. The RSI is sitting right at 50.47, which is like perfectly neutral territory. But here's the thing that caught my eye. The MACD is starting to turn positive. We've got a histogram reading of 0.0044, and that's actually the first bullish signal we've seen in a while. The price is dancing above both the 5-day and 20-day moving averages, though we're still below those longer-term ones. The big picture stuff is, well, pretty typical for crypto right now. XRP is moving almost perfectly in sync with Bitcoin. We're talking about a 97% correlation, which is crazy high. The dollar is still being strong at around $100, and that negative 84% correlation with the dollar index means XRP has been fighting an uphill battle. When the dollar goes up, XRP tends to go down, and that's been the story lately. On the regulatory front, things are surprisingly quiet, but here's what's encouraging. Those XRP ETFs are actually doing pretty well. We've got about $15.8 million in net inflows across 6 different ETFs. The main one is pulling in over $6 million alone. This tells me institutions are still buying, even when retail investors are scared. Speaking of scared, the mood right now is absolutely terrified. The Fear and Greed Index is at 25, which they call extreme fear. People are basically hiding under their blankets right now. XRP search interest is pretty low at 38, and the FOMO level is practically non-existent. You know what I've learned over the years? Sometimes the best opportunities come when everyone else is too scared to look. The big players are doing something really interesting though. We had over 500 transactions yesterday, but here's the wild part. The whales moved over 5 trillion XRP tokens. That's basically 100% of the volume coming from big money moves. When I see numbers like this, it usually means someone knows something we don't. In plain English, the technical patterns are showing us we're in what they call a wave C correction in Elliott Wave terms, but the Wyckoff analysis suggests we might be in an early markup phase. I know that sounds confusing, but basically, we're at a turning point where the market is trying to decide which direction to go next. So what does the AI think? Well, this is where things get really spicy. The short-term prediction is calling for $1.7983. That's a 56.7% jump with a 97.5% confidence level. The 7-day target? Even higher at $1.8561. And the 30-day is looking at $1.8960. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything. I'm just looking at what the AI data is telling us, but these are some pretty bold predictions. But here's what could go wrong. That extreme fear we talked about, it could get worse and trigger panic selling. The strong dollar is still a headwind, and those whale transactions we saw could just as easily go the other way. Plus, those AI predictions are pretty optimistic, and sometimes, when expectations are too high, people get disappointed and sell. Here's my take. I'm leaning toward a conditional buy, but with very careful risk management. If you're thinking about getting in, I'd look at entries between $1.12 and $1.13. Set your first target around $1.45. Maybe stretch for $1.75 if things really get moving. But please, please set a stop loss around $1.05 because this market can turn on you fast. I might be onto something big here, but we've got to be smart about it. That's it for today. If this helped you understand what's happening with XRP, hit that like button and subscribe for more market updates. I'll be keeping an eye on those whale moves and AI predictions. See you next time.